What's going on, guys? Right now what I'm bringing you is your second set of videos for our second unit that we're doing in physical education. Obviously, you guys know that is volleyball. We've done our PowerPoints on it, and we've learned the the history of it. We've learned the strategy of it, and also kind of how the game is played. But this, kind of like it was for football, is a way that you guys can learn the skills and practice them if you're at home. So again, I'm not going to be with a partner, and I'm not going to use a volleyball net, because I know that probably none of y'all have a volleyball net at home, because you probably don't have a gym at home. But you guys can still learn the different skills and kind of the motions of them. So if you were to go out and try to play a game of volleyball with some friends or somebody else, you wouldn't be going in totally blind. So today we're going to focus on three things. We're going to focus on the forearm pass, the set, and the different types of serves. These are all kind of the basics of volleyball skills. And I'm going to teach you guys how to do them with a ball and without a ball. Do like we did last time. I'll give you a front viewing angle and a side angle over there. I got stuff set up to do that. But yeah, let's get right into it. All right, guys, so the very first thing that we're going to learn is called the forearm pass. You could hear it called that. You could also hear it called a bump. But yeah, it's usually that motion where when people are going to dig or that ball is served to them, it's that pass they do to get it to the setter, and then that person would set it to the spiker. So kind of to give you guys an idea of what this motion looks like, first off, kind of like the football, the first thing we had to learn was the grip. There's no really grip for volleyball for this, but we do have to learn how to hold our hands and our arms. When we do our forearm pass, we do have to have our arms set up a certain way and our hands as well. So what you're going to do is make a fist with one hand. That can be, either your left hand or your right hand, doesn't matter, whichever one you feel more comfortable with. But you'll make a fist with one hand, and then with the other hand, you're going to put your palm right over it and cup it, just like that. So you guys see I got my fist here, and then I got my palm here, and I'm just going to put them over it just like that. Next thing I got to do is straighten out my arms. So my arms are going to be flat, kind of like a tabletop. Right here, the ball is going to hit, here in this area on our arms. So we want to make sure they're flat, because if we have them out like that or like this, that ball is going to go every which way, and I'll show you examples of what that would look like. But just to start you guys off, when you make sure that you have your fist in your hand and you cup it, and your arms are flat like a tabletop, just like that. All right, now let's talk about the motion of this skill. So I know that a lot of people, you've probably seen, whether you just play volleyball with friends or whatever, you've probably seen people do this right here. That is exactly what you do not want to do. With this motion, there should be no arm swing. Whenever, that ball's coming to you, you don't want to just swing your arms up. It's a full body motion. So let's say that that ball's coming to us, we're about to do that forearm pass. You need to be in your ready position. So with a lot of skills we have for our ready position, what that looks like is you're gonna have your grip kind of for your hands like we talked about. So boom, just like that. And you're gonna kind of bend your knees and be ready for that ball to come to you. So then while you're here, and let's say that ball comes to you, instead of swinging your arms up and springing up like that, what you're gonna do is you're gonna get down, and once that ball comes to you, you'll bend down and then go up. You kind of shrug your shoulders a little bit to lift your arms up. Again, you do not want it to look like this. You don't want that, because then when you hit the ball, I'll show you guys an example. When you hit the ball, it's going to go straight up, and then possibly it can go behind you, or it can go to the side of you, kind of like that. Instead, you want to do that arm shrug and lift up with your knees and your toes. So this is what it should look like. So I'm gonna, pretend I'm in my ready position. I gotta toss the ball to myself. So I'm gonna toss it up, ready position, and then boom. That just went where I want it to. That allows me to have more control of the ball and where it's gonna go. So I'll show you guys, another example of it. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys again what that should look like. So I'm gonna go ahead and get in my ready position as much as I can. I got my knees bent. I'm gonna throw this ball up in the air, and then boom. Went straight up, right in front of me. Boom. I might have to adjust my feet a little bit, depending on where I throw the ball. You guys see? And then I'll show you the arm swing one. Again, you want to make sure you do not do that arm swing. Boom. And you guys could, if you want to, maybe you've got a volleyball at your house, you go outside and try to keep it up. Remember, a volley is when you want to keep the ball off the ground, right? Now, of course, that would be in a game, but still, you can practice that movement at home. Now let me show you guys a side angle of it. So again, guys, I'm going to be in my ready position. I'm going to throw that ball up, and boom. You guys see, there's not any arm swing. I'm just shrugging my shoulders and coming up with my toes and my knees. Here we go. Adjust for that one. Again, if you need to adjust, you can do that. All right, one more time. Boom, boom. That's exactly what that forearm pass should look like. Again, I know it's a little tough to, kind of do at home, but let me show you guys just in case you don't have a ball. Again, you want to get in your ready position, so you got your knees bent, put your arms out just like we learned, and then just kind of do that shrugging motion, that lift up and shrugging motion. Again, you don't want arm swing. You want to do the shrugging motion. My arms are staying pretty much still. So that is that forearm pass. Now let's look at the set. All right, so the set is that skill that you guys saw in those videos the other day where, they kind of had their hands above their head and they were pushing that ball up. And that set got the ball to the spiker, who then could spike the ball. So our set is going to be a little bit different. Instead of having our arms out like this, they got to be over our head because that ball is going to be right over our head. So the first thing you have to do is, again, get in that ready position. You're not just going to stand straight up and do that. It's going to be the same thing. You're going to have your knees bent and you're getting ready for that ball to come to you. Once it comes to you, that's when you're going to kind of spring up and do that set. Our hands for this, they're kind of going to be in this diamond. They're not going to really touch, but they're going to be like this so that we can use our finger pads to really push that ball up. And when that ball hits your hands, you're going to push it. So boom, just like that. And then hopefully it'll go where you want it to go. So to show you guys what this looks like with a ball, I'm going to get in my ready position. I'm just kind of going to toss it up and then boom. Now, that was a bad example of what a set should look like because it went straight behind me. What I did there was I kind of got too far in front of it and my hands hit the ball at the front and it went behind me. We want to make sure we try to contact that ball, in the middle of it or kind of on the side of it so we can get it to where we want it to go. Because if I'm right here and I want to get my ball to the setter or to the spiker up at the net, then I got to push that ball over there. So let me show you guys this one more time. Boom. That's much better. Boom. And I'm going to push. Boom. That was good. All right, let me give you guys a side angle of it. So this is the set. Again, I'm going to get in my ready position, kind of toss that ball up, and then push that ball once it comes down towards my fingers. Boom. Again, just to give you guys an idea of what that would look like without a ball if you don't have one. Then again, you would be in that ready position, have your arms kind of over your head with that diamond, but your fingers not touching, and act like that ball's coming down and you're going to push up. You kind of push your fingers out just like that.